It's hard to believe we're already in the second round of the NCAA tournament. I think I did pretty okay against the spread in round one. I won a lot of big ones, but I didn't win throughout a couple ones, but that's okay. I don't bet on these at all. I just like to see how I would do against the spread. So I'm hoping I step up in the round of 32. Now I'm just going to do the Saturday games for this one. I'll do the Sunday ones later tomorrow after the games, or probably during like the last couple of games or whatnot. I'll have to wait for all the spreads to come out for the Sunday games before I do anything. So let's get to the Saturday ones. Starting off with a really great matchup, West Virginia versus Notre Dame. And these are two talented teams. I feel like this is going to be a great matchup. West Virginia with the full court press. But Notre Dame, they have a lot of solid guys, especially a couple guys that's been through the last couple of Elite Eight appearances. But I'm going to pick the Irish. I'm going to pick them to win straight up and against the 2.5 point spread. I just feel like there's just so many different playmakers on this Irish team. We've got the defending national champions Villanova versus Wisconsin. Villanova is a 6-point favorite in this matchup. Villanova seemed to struggle to get the ball moving, like get things going in the first half against Mount St. Mary's. But they didn't end up beating the spread, but they ended up getting it together in the second half. Only being up by 1 at the half was a major issue. It sent shockwaves throughout college basketball. But I'm going to pick the Badgers. I'm going to take the Badgers and the points. I just feel like that this Wisconsin team, they play selfless basketball. Especially the senior leadership I've been mentioning throughout the last couple of videos between Nigel Hayes and Bronson Koenig being the senior leaders. But they have other playmakers on the team as well. They've got Trice, they've got Showalter, you've got Ethan Happ. Those guys can hit from anywhere. Especially with Bronson Koenig hitting, I believe it was like 8 3-pointers in that game. And Nigel Hayes really stepped up at the free throw line toward the end. So I'm taking the Badgers and the points. Florida versus Virginia. I'm taking Virginia in this one. I'm taking Virginia with the +2 and straight up. I just feel like Virginia has a more efficient team than Florida does at this point. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's probably going to be one of those games that probably come down to the last couple of minutes. Which team steps up down the stretch? I think that's going to be Virginia. Xavier versus Florida State. It's kind of a little bit in dangerous territory. You've got Florida State being a 5.5 point favorite. But Xavier looks like a pretty solid 11th seed. I'm taking Xavier to beat the 5.5 point spread. I'm not completely sold on what I've seen out of Florida State this season. In fact, they didn't cover against Florida Gulf Coast either. I don't think they're going to cover here. I feel like Florida State could probably win this game, but if they do, it's going to be probably by 3 points. So I'm taking Xavier to beat the 5.5 point spread. Middle Tennessee. This is probably going to be our Cinderella team this year. Being the only 12th seed in this round of 32. I'm taking Middle Tennessee State with the +4 over Butler. I just feel like with how close they came from getting to the Sweet 16 last year as a 15th seed, you know this team is just completely red hot right now, winning their conference tournament and already pulling off an upset against Minnesota. I believe this team is going to beat Butler because they just have the heart. They got a lot of the same guys from last year on this team too. So I'm taking Middle Tennessee State straight up and to beat the point spread. Now Iowa State and Purdue. Now, this is basically pretty much where you pick straight up because Purdue's only a 1 point favorite. But I'm taking the Boilermakers. It's just something about Big Ten basketball that I like to see. Big Ten basketball teams, they're very selfless with the ball. There's no one-man show on a Big Ten team. It's more about a team. Why do you think Wisconsin beat Kentucky 2 years ago and they were undefeated? Because they played selfless basketball. They used teamwork. That's why I'm taking Purdue. I'm picking Purdue straight up and to cover the 1-point spread. Northwestern versus Gonzaga. Northwestern won their first NCAA tournament game ever this Thursday, beating Vanderbilt. After kind of a mental brain lapse from Vanderbilt. But you gotta feel bad for that one. Going up against Gonzaga, who is a 10.5-point favorite. I'm taking the Zags to cover the spread. I think Gonzaga is going to win by at least maybe 14 or 16. I just think this Northwestern team had a great year, but I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Gonzaga. And finally, to wrap up the Saturday action, St. Mary's versus Arizona. I'm taking Arizona to win straight up and to cover the 5.5-point spread. I just feel like this is the year Arizona makes the Final Four. They've come so close so many times, and I think this is the year they finally get it done. And that is going to do it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at JBTalkSports. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you next time.